My name is Jeanette Lospinoso. I'm a part-time Langone student at NYU Stern, and this spring I went to Milan for the DBi program in luxury retailing. For me, what was really interesting was to go to Bocconi, which is the university there that really has one of the world's only programs in luxury retailing, and it really specializes in fashion. On the first day, we had a guest speaker from Bain who really specializes in this industry and gave us a good broad overview, and then we had lectures from different Bocconi professors talking about, what does luxury mean specifically in Italy, and how luxury has changed since the recession. We had a chance to go to Como to a silk atelier that produces Ferragamo, Pucci, all the Prada and Chanel silks. After that, we had the opportunity to go to the actual mill and watch the silks being produced. I think why that was really great is it really gave you an insight into why luxury you pay a premium for it, because you really saw kind of the hand craftsmanship and the design process that goes into just creating a silk scarf. We had access to the most amazing people. We had the CMO from Zegna, who was phenomenal. We had someone else who used to be the chief innovation officer at L'Oreal, and he really talked about how luxury has changed since the recession and how it's really going back to smaller brands and less conglomerates and less mass market appeal and more handmade things. On the first day, we did a walking tour of the city, which was really fantastic to just get oriented. Milan is actually a really small city, and so I think part of the nice thing about being there was that I didn't feel anywhere we went was particularly touristy, so we really got an authentic Italian experience anywhere we went. And we really could walk the city and in a short period of time and get a good sense of it. The Duomo was there, which is one of the most amazing Gothic cathedrals in the world, and so it was phenomenal to see that. You can go up to the top and it gives you a great bird's eye view of the entire city. The opera house was actually very close to our hotel, so some people went to the opera and they saw Sophia Loren and Giorgio Armani sitting in one of the boxes, so that was fun. Right. And just the Italian perspective, I think, on fashion. One thing I took away from Milan was that luxury truly is a global industry, and I think that's mainly because its consumers are global. So it was good to see so many of the themes that I've studied here at Stern reiterated there and perhaps expanded upon. I think another fantastic thing we really talked about in Milan was China and how Asia is really affecting the industry. It was really great to have a CMO talk about how they're entering this market and going into first, second, and third tier cities and how the Chinese are spending their money and what the consumption patterns are. And I think the third thing I really learned is that these goods demand a premium for a reason, and that there is so much hand work that goes into producing an Hermes scarf or a Louis Vuitton bag, and it was good to go to the factory and actually be reminded of that, because I think sometimes when we work in the industry or we're studying it, it's easy to start to think, well, that's just cost $3,000 because they have a great brand. That is part of it, but it's great to also be reminded that artisanal workmanship is really a big part of why it commands a price premium. One of the other things that I actually really came away with from there is you really do get the sense that Stern has amazing access to the business community, but when you go to a foreign country and you're being taught by a woman who created a program that only exists one place in the entire world, you have access to this C-suite of people that are just sitting there talking to you in a group of 15 people. I think I again took away Stern has even better influence and access than I thought. And I felt really fortunate. I don't think a ton of other business schools could say, we could put this together for you.